welcome in our next guest, Julia Fair from UnFair Advantage Hockey Training in Meadville. Hi, Julia.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, and you were a former hockey player, plus you're also a hockey coach.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, you really are a proponent of girls hockey. Talk about the importance of that.
So girls hockey's been growing over the past probably 10, 20 years, and it's continued to grow. You know, Mercyhurst has a great program, and there's more professional girls teams growing now, and I think, you know, the younger girls, if we get them into hockey, then they'll continue to grow, and it teaches great characteristics of how to be successful in a job and a career in the future.
Other than Mercyhurst University, are there any high schools within our region that have girls hockey? There must be at least travel teams.
There are definitely travel teams through Erie Youth Hockey Association. They have a U12 team this year for girls 12 and under, and then they have a development program for the younger girls. And we're working to continue to grow that to have older girls continue to play travel hockey in this area.
And you coach a team, right? Do you guys travel or you stay here in the Erie area?
We travel a little bit, yep.
I'm wondering, what's the difference between guys hockey and girls hockey? Is there a difference?
There is a difference at the U14 level where they can start checking in boys hockey, and girls hockey they cannot.
Okay.
Is girls hockey as violent as men's hockey? Because I've seen some fights break out.
There's not really fights in girls hockey very often. They can get a little violent at times, but there's more skills based than using your body. I mean, you use your body some, but not the big checks like in boys hockey.
Now, you also have a business in Meadville, the UnFair Hockey Advantage Training. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I have synthetic ice, which is plastic ice you can skate on in Meadville, and I do either single or like group sessions and teach the kids different skills and work on conditioning and all that stuff to help them become better for the next season.
So just like if your child has an interest in basketball or baseball, it's the same thing. If your kid, and hockey's big in Meadville, so I'm sure you've got a pretty good clientele down there.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Do you prefer when students sign up for the goalie lessons? Because you were a goalie yourself,
Yes.
right? Or do you don't mind? You'll teach any position?
I'll teach any position, but I do love teaching the goalies because I can teach them what I've learned and help them not make the same mistakes I made growing up.
And should students kind of bring their own gear, or what's that like for you guys?
Yep, so I have some gear if needed, but most of them bring their own gear and they come ready to work.
Is hockey an expensive sport for, thinking for parents? Do they have to, they've got to buy a lot of stuff, don't
Yeah,
they?
it can be, and goalies especially are very expensive, but there's fees, but the season's long, so if you break it out, it's not too bad. But there's also a lot of organizations have ways of helping those families if they're in need and they need help trying to get a kid on the ice.
Yeah.
Well, and the skates for hockey are different than your typical like ice skates and stuff, right?
Yeah, so there's player skates, which you would get like if you want to go post skating, and there's goalie skates. The goalie skates have a flat bottom, so goalies can push differently.
I didn't know that. Interesting. So how did you get involved in hockey, I'm assuming, when you were a kid?
Yeah, so I've been playing since I was about 3 years old. My brother played, and he's older than me, so he'd make me stand in net, and that's how I became a goalie.
You wanted to keep up, right?
He liked him, so yeah.
That's great.
Do you miss playing as often as you did in college, or how often do you get to play now, actually?
I do. I play in a men's league in Meadville once a week roughly, maybe twice a week. I wish I could play more, but I have a career, so.
Yeah. And you've got a training system to be taken care of, too.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah. So give us the information and the details on where folks can find you.
UnFair Advantage Hockey Training on Facebook, and through Keystone Strengths website, which is a gym that I'm associated with.
And you're located, did I say Chestnut Street in Meadville?
Chestnut Street, Meadville.
Terrific. And you love being a business owner as well as an athlete, and you've just got it all going on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's terrific. Thanks for coming up today and joining us. Julia, we do appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, my pleasure. We'll be right back.